YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your boy Young Gay, man. About to start trying out these reaction videos. My first video is gonna be on Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer. And let's see what he talking about in the Ahmaud Arbery case, the guilty verdict, and I forget the other one. What's the other one? I don't know the other one. He gonna say it though, but let's see what he talking about, man. Bruce Rivers. He's the criminal lawyer.
And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, board-certified criminal defense lawyer. Today we're reacting to two cases, the Ghislaine Maxwell case and the sentencing for the defendants in the Ahmaud Arbery case. We'll start with the Ahmaud Arbery case first because it was really kind of a remarkable sentencing. Now, one of the things that you have when somebody's found guilty is victim impact statements. Mom gave an incredible impact statement. We're going to play that for you here in a second. When you're a defense lawyer and you're sitting there and your client's responsible, and if he went to trial, he's not taking responsibility for it, he's saying, I didn't do this, right? And so you have a situation where, especially in a homicide, they're going to say all the birthdays they won't go to, they won't have grandkids. You get this laundry list of things that you're going to miss out on, and it really is heart-wrenching and very, very, very difficult to sit through from a defense lawyer standpoint. But you can understand, their pain. And there's nothing you can do to say anything against what they're saying. So they have free reign, and typically that they're not supposed to say anything directly to the person who's.
Wait, stop. Don't skip this video because I've got great news for you. If you are tired of losing,
who's responsible, it's supposed to be to the court. So let's watch the impact statement from Ahmaud Arbery's mother.
Please.
All right, so what y'all think about how he be breaking down stuff? Do you believe the information that he be saying and be putting out with the videos? Like, cause he be saying little stuff, what could happen and this could go this way. Do you believe that? Would you let him represent you? I like, the presentation, the YouTube channel. That's new. I think lawyers should do that. Lawyers should do that. Y'all should be making YouTube and TikToks and doing stuff like that. It will probably bring you more clients, but it still get your name out there. But let's see what, the rest of the stuff you got to say.
I want to first speak directly to my son. If I please. This verdict doesn't bring
And that's Ahmaud Arbery's mom.
back. But it does help bring closure to this very difficult chapter of my life. I made a promise to you. Today, I laid you to rest. I told you I love you, and someday, somehow, I will get you justice. Son, I love you as much today as I did today that you were born. Raising you was the honor of my life, and I'm very proud of you. Your Honor, these men have chose to lie and attack my son and his surviving family. They each have no remorse and do not deserve any leniency. This wasn't a case of mistaken identity or mistaken fact. They chose to target my son because they didn't want him in their community. They chose to treat him differently than other people who frequently visited their community. And when they couldn't sufficiently scare him or intimidate him, they killed him. My youngest son He was born on Mother's Day of 1994.
That's the day after.
He had a smile
That's my
so
birthday.
bright, it lit up
Cause
a
it
room.
switched. So I don't know.
He was a greedy
That's
baby
May though.
that seemed like he was always searching for something to stick into his mouth. He was always a loving baby who seemed to never tire of hugs, cuddling, and kisses. He loved, he never hesitated to tell me, his sister Jasmine, and his brother Marcus that he loved us. And Your Honor, we loved him back. He was messy. He sometimes refused to wear socks.
You can't imagine having to do that. Like,
good care of his good clothing. I wish he would have cut and cleaned his toenails before he went out for that jog that day. I guess he would have if he knew he would be murdered. My family is gonna miss Ahmad. We're going to miss his jokes, his impersonations, his warm smile.
So, what you're watching there is a mother's pain. It's just
definitely.
I don't know how you can. You're losing a child is the worst thing a parent can, experience. Lots of friends of mine have lost children. Children.
That's great.
What's even worse, though, is losing a child and having the defense lawyer be completely disrespectful and completely indignant about the condition of this young man.
Yeah, and if like lawyers being disrespectful, saying stuff about dead, like in those type of cases and murder cases, like it's certain stuff they shouldn't be allowed to say that they say that you would be amazed by. Like she need to lose her license behind that.
Was slaughtered.
Disrespectful.
The comment that she made about his toenails being clipped and cleaning them was a direct response to the female defense lawyer for one of the brothers, who said in her closing argument some just awful things. And here's the thing: I understand representing your client zealously, especially an unpopular client, because we have those sometimes. But decorum and dignity. This young man had dignity, and she gave him zero respect when she talked about his dirty toenails without socks.
Dirty toenails,
basically
like
gave the image of a runaway slave.
why would you even say that? Like, why would you even address that? What is that going to do for you in a case?
It was unnecessary. It didn't push her ball down the field one damn bit.
But you know what? In her mind, that just show you how she thinking and how she was raised, and the people around that she's around, they thinking like that too.
Let's watch the rest of this, because it really is impactful and very meaningful.
These men deserve the maximum sentence for their crimes. Ahmad never said a word to them. He never threatened them. He just wanted to be left alone. They were fully committed to their crimes. Let them be fully committed for the consequences.
Fact.
Your Honor, I'm standing here before you as the mother of Ahmad Arbery, asking you to please give all three defendants who are responsible for the death of my son the maximum punishment in this court, which I do believe is life behind bars without the possible chance for parole. Thank you.
So that is You know, and it was only a few minutes long.
He had no business. They ass shouldn't get out.
And it wasn't vitriolic. Sometimes
Period.
these statements in there are full of vitriol. She was very respectful and very calm. But that damn lawyer for one of the brothers with that comment, you know, it's bad enough her son is dead, but do you have to be indignant about him and not give him the respect that he deserved? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. The judge in this case sentenced all three defendants to a life sentence. William Bryan, he's the one that took the video. He got life with the possibility of parole after 30 years. He's 60 years old, so it's basically a life sentence for all three of them, regardless. And is it justified? Absolutely, it's justified. You know, when I watched that video of that young man being gunned down and chased and hunted by these three individuals, it just
Who had no business chasing him.
Why not? Why not call the cops? Why not call the cops? And to watch this mother's
Because they think they cops.
and we didn't. And then not only that, the other defense lawyer questioned throughout the trial her.
You know, that's an old tactic for certain, you know, white people. They'll come up and, oh, I'm an officer. They not all officers, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit be
Her
crazy.
pastor, the people that were supporting her, you know, Reverend Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, you know, and it just, there's ways to conduct yourself in court, and then there's ways to conduct yourself in court, and
Don't let that go over your head, and that go with life too.
So, anyway, so that was the sentencing for Ahmaud Arbery's killers. Now, Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of 5 counts. She's looking at 20 years in prison. But there's an interesting development because one of the jurors who spoke to the media about their experience did 2 things. One, beforehand, these jurors fill out a questionnaire. And the questionnaire, you gives your name.
It was a movie on something like that where jurors were trying to get in case so they could throw the case, get paid from it. I forget what movie that. Y'all know what movie that is? Drop it in the comments. But yeah, that's crazy. Like stuff like that to turn the whole case around.
What you do for a living, and then it's usually case specific. So if it's a sex case like this was, it'll ask you, has anybody in your family or your friends suffered either sexual harassment, sexual abuse, sexual assault, that kind of thing. And this one juror said he blew through it and didn't answer it. But then in a media interview later, this one juror said he did have an experience, and he used that experience to convince others to convict. When he didn't disclose it,
He used his experience to have others convict.
It's
a dirty game.
Document. I don't think it's under oath, generally speaking. But when you are in court though, and you are answering questions, you know, in voir dire. Voir dire is the process by which you ask questions to the juror to see if they can be fair. You are under oath, but nobody asked this juror about those questions. And here's the thing: had I been a lawyer on that case, I don't know that I would have asked him either because it's not highlighted there.
See, I like that. He tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bruce Rivers. I feel like he trustworthy, you know, but you never know. But the stuff he be saying is true, and then, you know, that's a good way to express some honesty. If you study the 48 laws of power, that's a good way to catch, you know, you show a little bit of honesty. You see how you use that right there to, you know, say if that was his case. That's a good one to, you know, get you in, bring you in. Let's keep going.
Because you go for the ones that, because they get a stack of these things, and you go for the ones that are, you know, they show some issue. But here's the thing: had he put that down, the defense lawyer might have struck that juror. In fact, I'd be surprised if they didn't. They certainly would have asked questions, or had the judge would have asked questions. in federal court, you don't get voir dire as much as you do in state court, and this was federal court. So I guarantee you, her team is going to use this as grounds for a mistrial. And so they'll be asking for a new trial. And if that's the case, the whole thing gets thrown out and they start all over again. And any counts that she was acquitted of cannot be brought up again. So so we'll see what happens. She's going to be sentenced here.
You know she trying to come back.
They'll probably have a new trial motion prior to sentencing. So we'll see. We'll follow that. And but she's looking at a boatload of time, and we'll see. So this has been a reaction to both the Arbery case and Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm Bruce Rivers.
Yep, and this has been a reaction from your boy Young A. And that's Bruce Rivers, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like his videos. You know, make sure you go subscribe to his channel, check it out. You know, somebody need his help, you know, hit him up. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. You know, this is my first reaction video. I'm going to be mixing up. You know, I do a lot of videos, so I'm going to be throwing everything I got in these. You know what I'm saying? If y'all like them, then I'll do more of that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, and I'm out.
It's okay. We be flying them Yeezy things.